Top rank card?
Golden Boy association with the Zone.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Top Rank was earlier this year.
yeah, man. So you've been making some noise, man. You look like what you hit top 10. You were top 5 in America at 160 pounds, and BoxRec got you number 23.
Right.
How does that feel? Right now that you feel like, hey, the bomb is basically starting to, explode. You're gonna be getting into some of these high level fights coming up.
Exactly. Like it's been a long time coming. Looking back at the journey, but it's like everything I worked towards and everything I talked about. I've said I wanted to be in this position, and now I'm finally here. So just got to keep working hard, keep staying hungry, and stay ready for what's next. The job ain't done. That was just a little scratch at the surface of what I did last fight, and it's just more to come from Sean Time, man.
No, absolutely. Like the reason why people don't understand, like this was a big step up. You know what I'm saying? You fought David Stevens. Um, who's he coached by the way?
Ronnie Shields,
I
Ronnie.
had a feeling because the dude's explosive. I had a feeling it was him.
Yeah,
Um,
he was
13-0. You gave him his first L. How did that feel?
he's Charlo's main sparring partner right now. So getting ready for Jose Benavidez, and I just found that out after the fight. But like I said, I'm always ready to fight. But what was the question again?
Like as far as that win, what did it mean to you?
Oh man, just it meant everything. Like I've been trying to make statements. I've been trying to get my name out there, and the last few fights I've been getting bullshit decisions, and I've been just trying to be that guy and show everybody that I'm that guy. And this fight was like everything just lined up, just all the stars lined up, and I was like, let's go, let's take the opportunity and show everybody. And that's what I did. I made a statement.
Super statement. You won by KO. Was it that big right hand?
It was both hands. He was feeling both hands. It was the right and left. But
Right.
after the fight, I'm like, I didn't even know what punch it was. The first shot, but rewatching it, yeah, the right hand. I snuck it in real quick, and I know he was just loading up, trying to hit me with a big shot, and I was just quicker, lighter on my feet, and just was a beautiful fight, man.
100%, 100%. For the people that don't know, Joeshon James, he's an 8-0, 160-pounder middleweight. He got a big KO in his last out and last weekend. And who are you signed to? Are you signed to Top Rank? Who are you
I'm
signed to?
not signing nobody. I've been doing it all independent, 10 fights independent. Yeah,
Wow,
crazy.
wow.
Yeah, it's good at the same time, but then again, it's not really that good because like I'm taking these tough fights, but I want to bring that old school boxing back. Like we fight next week in the phone booth. I want to make these exciting two undefeated 50-50 fights. You don't know which way the fight gonna go. I love making those fights happen for the fans. Like I just want to bring the excitement back to the 160, 168 division. I mean, not 168, but I'm a 160 pounder. I want to bring that back to the boxing, man. I mean, imagine if every promotion company just put two undefeated fighters, and in 2 years we're gonna have the best. You're gonna have the natural selection of the best fighters going up against each other. So I just want to bring it back to the old school fighting.
Now, bro, you look taller than one that's 6'1". They have you at 6'1" on Box Rec. Are you 6'1"? I'm looking at you. I'm like, yo, this is
Man,
looking
yeah,
like 6'4".
yeah, we try to keep a little few secrets and surprise.
Is that what you feel like? Do you feel like you're one of the best kept secrets at 160 pounds?
Oh, most definitely, because my upbringing, man, it's been different. I did the amateurs. I've seen every single style for all the top amateurs, and I took a break, and that's where I think I kind of faded into the shadows when I actually got hurt with a back injury, and I think that's where I faded into the shadows, and then I reemerged, and people didn't really know about me. So now that I'm back now, and said I was the best. I'm a secret, but now I'm looking to be that household name now. Most definitely.
Yeah, you got a 62 percent KO ratio. Obviously, you still got 8 fights. Now, when it comes down to the 160 division, it's kind of wide open. You just mentioned that your last opponent, David Stevens, was the current sparring partner, not just for Jamel Charlo, but also for
David Morrell.
exactly, exactly. He's a good season type of a guy, even though he only has you know, what 14 fights now. But he's been in there with a lot of the top guys. He has, a great trainer at that. Does that with fighting him, what did that do for you in your career as far as mental is concerned?
Oh man, it just boosted like confidence. My confidence is out the roof. It's already been out the roof, but it's like it just solidifies me and just lets me know that I can hang with these guys who are with these top trainers and who getting the best sparring, and I come in as I know who is this guy, and I come out, and I mean, like I said, it's just people don't know about me, but they're gonna know about me now.
No, absolutely. I've spoken to you a couple times on the messenger and stuff like that. So I did put my bet on you. Appreciate for the appreciate the donation. Um, but in the same time, right? We got the 160 division. You got Jamal no, Jamal Charlo
Oh,
going to be fighting Jose Benavidez. In your opinion, what you think about that fight, and how long do you feel like you're going to be able to get some of these high-profile fights, or do you believe you're going to kind of be on the wave, like where a guy like Boots Ennis is, that's kind of avoided? What do you feel?
nah, yeah, that's definitely a good fight for both these guys because I know they're both coming off a pretty long layoff. But no, I definitely got Jamal Charlo on that one. Probably by knockout, and I like Jose. He's a really good fighter, and I just think Jamal he's gonna finish him pretty early, and for me, I think probably like three more fights, and I'll be ready for those top guys like Jinabek, and because these guys
Hmm.
I haven't seen anybody like me with long reach. I'm tall, and I'm just different. I'm not.
And not signed. That's crazy. Only 25 years old. That's not
Yeah,
going to be for long. That's not going to be for long.
nah, definitely not. With this, trust me, my coach's phone's been she's been ringing nonstop with people who want to sit down, and it's just funny because it's like nobody really noticed you until kind of like you're that guy. You start making a way for yourself, and everybody starts reaching out. So it's just but it's all part of the process, and it's just. But yeah, that I say 2 or 3 more fights, just so I can get a little bit more comfortable and just tune a few more things. There was a few mistakes that my coach told me like during that first round, was a few mistakes and just tighten up, just trying to tighten up and just trying to be an overall good fighter and just get better with each fight. Like they know that was only 1 round, but there's still room for improvement. Always trying to be a student of the game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I just recently went through your Instagram, seeing you prepared Canelo Alvarez for Jamel Charlo. How was that experience?
Oh man, it was amazing. Senior idol right there. You've been watching for 10 plus years on TV, kick ass all these years, and you finally get in there and learn a thing or two from the guy and his team and just the way he comes in the gym and you got someone massaging him, you got somebody stretching him out and Eddie Reynoso. It's just you can only get better from being around a world champion like that. You hang out with 5 world champions, you bound to be the sixth, so just was trying to learn everything I could from that and I definitely took a lot from it. We're definitely doing things here in the gym that Canelo was doing in the gym. So, it only makes you better. It was iron sharpening iron that in that
So
camp.
you definitely you took some of the things that he brought into a training camp and said, "Hey, I want to implement that in my schedule."
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah.
That's lit. Now you turned pro 2021 here.
Yes.
So you basically you coming in with a good amount of fights already at the time.
Mm.
Is where when do you feel like you're gonna be up next? When you think you're gonna come back?
Oh, for my next fight.
Yes, sir.
We already been in talks for a few fights, but they don't make sense. They're higher away. I'm like, but I'm going back down campaigning at 160 because it's for the taking right now. It's quiet. And I can
Easy
see.
to make.
Oh man, easy, yeah. Like, it ain't
25
hard.
years old.
It's not too easy, but it ain't hard. Like I'm freaking killing myself. can make 160 for like another 5, 6 more fights. I know that probably longer, man. Yeah, if the
So
right
are you
price,
thinking like next year go to 68, or are you
probably
trying to like push your body to get a title at 60?
yeah, probably 2 years or 5 fights, whatever come first. 2 years or 5 fights, whatever come first. Yeah, I think that's like perfect timing to move up.
Mm,
But
I
yeah,
love
nah,
it.
let it all play out. I ain't trying to think too far ahead. But that's what me and my coach we kind of talked about 5 fights or 2 years, whatever comes first.
How many rounds? How many rounds did you do with Canelo?
Man, we sparred 3 days a week for 2 weeks. So, but he had Tyrone Davis and he had Ronald Ellis also. He was
Hmm.
14 rounds, 4 minutes apiece, and I
I
was
heard.
I was doing 6 rounds, 4 to 6 rounds, depending on when they kicked me out or let me in. So it just depends on the day. But man, yeah, it was crazy, man. He downloads you and he figures you out and everything he throws is with bad intention, and that's kind of what I took into this. I took that and took into my this last fight, and so I'm just grateful for the opportunity. It's just like everything kind of just works out perfect, man.
Everything in boxing is timing, just like in the comments. Sean time. That's your alias. Where, like, how'd that come about?
It's just whenever the lights, camera action, whenever the lights is on, the lights is bright, the cameras is rolling. It's Sean time. It's my time. So it just stuck. Sean time. It's my time whenever I'm in that ring. Nothing else matters at that point for me. So it's just living up to it. That's all.
So you saying that you've gotten these phone calls? Is there any like big promoters that have rang the phone, and do you mind sharing with us?
Nah, I don't want to
It's
say.
too much, right? It's too
Yeah,
much ahead of time
it's yeah. The big ones has reached out, and I don't want to say nothing unless it comes
until it's
into
signed.
exactly. Yeah, I'm not too big on speaking about stuff until I'm either signed on the dotted line. You know how that stuff is. I'd rather not, because if it don't happen, then it's like
Yeah.
I don't yeah. But nah, yeah, the big names they reached out, and
Yeah,
smaller.
I feel like it's a good and bad thing because it's like you say something in an interview that's like, yeah, these people reached out to me, and now it gets like a couple other promotional companies saying, wait a minute, they, maybe we need to make the phone call and make the deal before they do because they're we already because promotional companies they know but who has the budgets and stuff like that and where they want to spend their money.
Exactly, yeah. So, like I said, man, I said this 10 years ago. People around me said 10 years ago it's gonna be a bidding war, and look, it's finally here. It's been a long time coming, but it's still the beginning. It's just crazy that I look back. Just the journey has been crazy. Been a lot of ups and downs, a lot of highs and lows, but you just got to continue to keep working. Like before, I know you reached out to me like a long time ago. It's like, man, I ain't nobody, man, to be doing interviews. It's like that's my mindset. It's like,
But I don't do it off of that. I
yeah,
do it off of like I used to be a fighter, so when I see things, I'm
right,
like, because
right,
I used to also be a nightclub promoter, and when people only had one single, I was out there trying to make sure that I booked them before they put the album out. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So when it comes down to this boxing world, it's even easier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, like a lot of these local guys, they selling shirts. Oh, sell my, but they only got like 4 or 5 fights. Like, who am I to be selling shirts? I'm nobody. But now that I had made a statement last, I think I'm gonna start doing these type of things and start doing more interviews, start getting myself out there more, and start getting my story out there. Just
Yeah,
capitalize on.
absolutely. Look at the comments. Sean time, Sean time. That's not them. Watching my interviews and talking about Sean. No, this is people watching you on TV and like thinking how I thought when I first reached out to you. You know.
Right. I appreciate that for real, man. Trust me, there's not a day went by I didn't think about you, man.
Nah, man, it's all good. I get busy. You
Yeah,
you get busy, and at this moment in time, like you said, it's Sean time right now. So you have to stay focused. Interview. That's all gonna come anyway.
exactly,
Um,
exactly.
leading up. Talk a little bit more in depth with the experience that you had in the ring with Canelo Alvarez. As far as has he been the toughest task when it
Oh,
comes down to preparing for?
most definitely. Being out there and was in Truckee, Lake Tahoe, 8,000 elevation. just being out of my element, being in the fighter's house for the first time, seeing these guys, Ronald Ellis, Tyrone Davis,
Those are my guys.
Jalen Flash, is like I'm sleeping next door to these guys. I'm waking up and being in the house with these guys. Like, bro, this is like getting out here. It just was all out of my element, but I had to adjust and just bite down in the
That's a
grind. And
good feeling. That's a good feeling.
it's a good feeling, but it's like, man, like I'm here, man. Like, yeah, these guys, like, and then it's like, okay, I gotta prove myself and be at the table like I am, like I've been here before, and show up to sparring like these guys have been doing for a long time, and let them know that I belong at the table with you guys too. That's why I'm here. So it's just elevated me mentally and physically, you know. So I'm just forever grateful, man, for real.
After your fight last weekend, did Eddie or Oscar hit you up? Like, did they have a little, at least a short conversation upon your future?
I was trying to talk to them, but they were busy. You know, their guy Alexis Rocha put on a great show, and they were more concerned with him. But they were around in the facility, and I was trying to get B Hop's attention, but their focus was somewhere else. So I didn't really want to bug them too much. But
Seems like their focus now is on Giovanni Santalin.
but he's with Top Rank though, right? He's with Top Rank.
He is with Top Rank.
Yeah,
He got
that was
signed late. He got another story. He got signed late. You know.
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, see, I ain't the only one. You know, a lot of people got similar stories, and I know that's why it's kept me going because like, man, if he did it, I know I can do it. And then
And being marketable is very important. Sometimes people will go out of their way to go reach out to a fighter that is more marketable, that is more outstanding, that doesn't care to be on the in the camera, and that does their job outside of the gym, which is just as important. Because right nowadays, you see guys like Tank Davis. He don't care about belts. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Can he get them? Yeah, he can get them.
right,
But does he care for them is another thing.
mm,
What how much money you gonna get, returning your belt to the bank? Like, are they gonna give you something?
right.
They
No,
ain't
you're
gonna
right.
give you nothing for the belt.
Exactly. Nah, nah. He's at a point where he can just make up any fight. I'm not. He's fighting Cruz maybe next.
Yeah, he fighting. Yep.
So yeah, that's a big fight. I mean, that's worth a little bit more than the belt. But fans want to see that great, exciting fight. So cash in at the bank.
Absolutely, absolutely. And another thing that a lot of people like to watch or listen to is what fighters' perspectives on certain fights, different fights, and that's what I do a lot with, like, Shakur, Tio, we just predictions and stuff like that. So if I ever hit you up, especially when it comes down to your division, I feel like, building your fan base while I'm building my platform is just it's just beautiful, and
Right,
people get to know a little bit more about yourself as well.
right,
So leading
exactly.
up to that, when it came down to Canelo, right, in that camp,
Uh huh.
um, tell me, like, when you have a legend like that and you're sparring, you're around the legend like that, like, at the age that he's at 33 years old right now. A lot of people are saying, hey, does he have one foot in, one foot out? In
All
your
right.
opinion, you watching him for 10 years, what you think?
Yeah, yeah. Like I said before, I got that question, and I think three more fights. I think three more fights, and he gonna retire because he wasn't really quick on his feet. He was more just walk you down flat footed, and he gonna run into some problems if you fight. A bit like someone
But
like
that's his style, bro. He never showed us
yeah,
footwork.
right, you're right. Yeah, he never really did, but he just was kind of one dimensional. One dimensional in sparring. So like
Mm.
me, I could hit him and move on him, and I gave him problems. And yeah, I say three more fights. I mean, yeah, he hit hard, but and that don't really. I mean, you get the right one, yeah, you knock him out. But someone who's tough and rugged, who can box, gonna give him problems.
Yeah, you
But
that's a key thing you just said right there. Because
yeah,
you showed that in your last fight as well. The guy that you face, what is it, Steven?
yeah,
David Stevens, he could punch.
yeah, being tough don't win fights. Skills do. Like I said, that's why I take these type of fights. It's like,
But it
man,
gets hot in the kitchen. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
When you're in that mid range, close range, and you're
Exactly.
you're in the 10th round and your knees are getting tired and your thighs are throbbing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You really got to be able to figure out other things that you can do besides box. I mean, obviously, if you are completely conditioned, you're young, you're 25 years old, boxing can do it. But it's like, what do you really take from sparring a guy like Canelo Alvarez or even a guy like Gervonta Davis? Remember hearing the story that Gervonta Davis knocked out Adrian Broner said Gervonta Davis knocked out Devin Haney cold.
Mm. I heard that.
But towards the end of the sparrings and in
Uh-huh.
the other sparring, he got over on him. But let's be honest, no headgear, 10-ounce gloves or 8-ounce gloves. You're
Mm-hmm.
never gonna see those other rounds. So you can go talk about all your skills all you want, bro. You can
That
do it all you want. It don't matter.
man. No, for real. But yeah, crazy.
Now we got a big fight coming up. I think it's November 25th. Demetrius Boo Boo Andres versus David Benavidez.
Mm.
Um, were you able to share the ring with either of those guys?
Uh, actually, I got the call for Benavidez, but I think we had went with Canelo or something happened. But nah, we had definitely had got the call. But nah, I haven't been in the ring with neither of those guys.
Hey,
But
maybe you still get the phone call.
uh, I think no, Mama's boy is out there with Benavidez. But yeah, I know I might,
Oh
but
yeah, that's true. Plus, you're not southpaw.
yeah, softball. So yeah, I don't think that would even work out. But
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
no, that's definitely a great fight. Boo Boo's coming off a long layoff, so I think the Mexican Monster gonna get him. He's just so relentless. It's crazy. But wait, he only like 24. Benavidez like 24 or
Yeah,
25,
he's
something like
25 years old. Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, nah, Mexican Monster all the way with this one. I like Boo Boo, but I don't know. I don't think he's
No, 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 no. Tell me why you don't know. I need to hear it because listen, I'm from New England. He's
New England.
from Providence. So I'm a big boxing head. You know what I'm saying? I don't go off of just because you're an hour away from me, I'm gonna go for you. I don't do any of that. I don't do
Right.
any of that. I do what I see so that way people can go off of some of the predictions that I say and make some money. I mean, I made tons of money last week. You know what I'm saying? This last week I made tons of money. I was happy as hell.
Who'd you bet on?
I bet on you. I bet
Really?
on
I had odds.
Stentalini. Huh?
I had odds.
No, you didn't have odds.
Oh, okay. Oh, you just bet it around
I
personal.
parlay.
Oh, okay.
Parlay. And then Giovanni Santalin, he was plus 400. I
Wow.
didn't do the I didn't do the knockout. I wish I did. I was
Damn,
plus 1200. I would have been killing it. But
man.
yeah, that's just what it is. But yes, why? Because I kind of say the same thing. Like when people be like, "Yo, Boo Boo Andres, he has a crazy IQ." And then I'm like, "Yeah, but
You got
there's a lot of things that people don't see, when you fall into shots. Some people kind of talk about because you don't look like a regular boxer that they right away they want to say, yo, you're awkward. Yeah,
right.
you awkward, but sometimes being awkward and making less mistakes is lit. But when
Exactly,
you're making mistakes,
man.
that's different because when you go up to the high level, we haven't seen Demetrius Andres with a high level guy yet.
Exactly. So yeah, that's what I say. And then that layoff. Well, he's been out of the ring what? Probably 2 years.
Since January, man, he fought DeMar Nicholson.
Oh yeah, Nicholson was already washed up. So
He retired.
yeah, exactly. So it's like, yeah, nah. I'm a Benavidez fan too. So
Me too.
I can go a
Me
little
too.
biased. But, hey, we'll
Yeah.
see. Boxing all it takes is one punch. I betted on one boxing match. That was Floyd versus Victor Ortiz. And all it takes is one punch, man. I lost money. I'm never betting again. Like all it takes is one punch. Like that's why it's so exciting because it's like, man, these good fights. I don't.
If I lose off of the politics. Like
Uh,
honestly, I don't really.
Five rounds or something.
Yeah, I lose off of politics, or if I go with a strong bet and I say KO at that a certain round or whatever. But I'm trying to make big money when I do bets like that. Um,
Exactly.
Nevertheless, though, what's your reasoning of why you don't? you got a bad taste in your mouth when it comes to Boo Boo?
Man, just I don't know. I'm just not really a big fan of him. I don't think he really fought anybody. He hasn't really fought anybody at a high caliber,
And you wouldn't take anything from what he does. Like you wouldn't go out your
I
way to go
he,
watch his fight to see if you could emulate certain things that he does well.
nah, hell no, nah. If you ain't fought and put yourself in tough matches and tested yourself, nah, I don't really care too much. But nah, I mean his head movement is good. He's southpaw. You know his feet work. He got some good attributes, but I just Benavidez is just too much. He's young, hungry, hard hitter, quick. He just man. 10 out of 10 on the on the rating. He got everything, so it's gonna
Yeah.
be a good fight. You know, who knows? Boo Boo might put his best foot forward. We might be upset. Like I said, it's just you started to think like, wait, what if maybe, what if, you know? So boxing against 50-50. It's gonna be a good fight, but it's more towards Benavidez.
KO or decision?
I want to say a stoppage, maybe a late stoppage, because Benavidez, he can mix it up to the body, to the head, and just he's just relentless. I think he's gonna be relentless, and he gonna show that this fight.
You know, he's out there working with Victor Conte and the snack program, and it's just like I got my guy Mickey Bay. He's sending me
Mm.
videos of what he's looking like. He's looking a lot stronger, a lot bigger, and I like where his mental's at.
Who's
Um,
it? Boo Boo. Oh,
yeah,
Boo Boo.
yeah,
Yes.
he's over there with them, working a snack, looking very strong. Obviously, you know, when it comes to Boo Boo, a lot of people they come in they throw a lot of shade on him, and I don't like throwing shade on a fighter, but also I don't if I need to tell a fanboy, you know, listen, like we got to cut it out and give me a good reason why you believe it. Now, yeah, he does have IQ. Yeah, he does have you know, things in his arsenal that make things a lot more complicated than a fight like David like Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant definitely showed that, you know, his endurance wasn't there towards the end of the rounds. So I believe that this fight probably go the distance due to the fact that I feel like he got another switch when it comes to conditioning, and and just I'm going off of what Victor Conte is doing right now in boxing right now. He's getting these fighters top shape, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, you saying stoppage? What round you seeing?
Man, like I said, late, probably tenth round, 10th round.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, do you think you know, you said Canelo Alvarez being in the camp, you said you believe that he got like 3 fights left. What
Yeah.
other what besides the footwork and because that's how he fights, right?
Right. Right.
Why do you think that? Why do you believe it's only 3 fights left?
It's just I think he really got so many top opponents left in the division. I mean, he got Benavidez. I would love to see that fight if it's his last fight. He got even I say even David Morrell is a top contender that he could
I
even
agree.
and then
You know that they probably looking at you too.
oh man, for Canelo,
No,
I'll take
Jamal and David Morrell after what you just did to the sparring partner.
I'll take a payday. Oh, you talking about David Morrell?
Yeah, them
Oh,
guys probably gonna be looking at you.
but like I said, I'm going back down 160. So
You 25.
see you
You
later, man.
25.
Back down. Nah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
definitely. Like I was saying, like all these things that these future fights. I'm already thinking about that, man. Like I was supposed to fight actually Ronnie Shields' other fighter on the Canelo undercard before the Kazakhstanian guy. I think his name was Tayez or something. So it's like Ronnie Shields. He already knew about me. They already know. Like it's just crazy how everybody's kind of just knowing my name already at the fight and stuff. Like Rolly's congratulated me. Who else? Alexis Rocha congratulated me. Man, even after his fight later that night, he saw me. He congratulated me, and it's crazy. Charles Conwell, he congratulated me. It's just like, man, damn, these guys are knowing who I am. It's crazy. Like it's just so surreal. But it's like I worked so hard to get here, and it's like I'm here to stay.
You think Canelo fights the winner of Demetrius Andres and David Benavidez on Cinco de Mayo?
That's all, man. It's gonna be Benavidez the winner, but I don't know. Like, hey, did you hear when after the Charlo fight, it was like he's like, I fight anybody, and then it was all like Benavidez. He's like, I don't know. Oh, we'll see. He like Herman changes. He Herman say he changed it, but I don't know why he's so scared of. Like I said, it might be his last fight. He'll probably take the fight against Benavidez. I like love to see that next. But like I said, he only got David Morrell, Benavidez, and then who else at 168 can he fight? Because not know Jaime Munguia. I don't see him fighting. And I'd be a really actually I'd pack it out.
It's funny, like this is what I mean in the comments, right? You got
Uh,
like Edwin Morris, man. No shade to you, bro, but how do you why like how do you know if Bubu Andres hits harder than David Morrell? Like
right,
that's tough. That's just by looking at it, you just
right,
like
you're right.
you could tell you heavily a big fan of Bubu, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, yeah,
But you just there's weight classes for a reason. Like
right,
you're
right.
campaigning at 160, and
Yeah,
what your last fight was at 68, right?
168. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, yeah,
And you sparred Canelo, so you can see when you could feel when it comes down to power. It's a big difference, 8 pounds, right?
big difference. Man, it's crazy.
That's why I had Canelo, just beating Charlo up, and I told people this. I said Charlo not gonna want to fight, and he's gonna get hit in the elbow or the shoulder, and he's gonna rethink this whole shit. I said it early.
I was getting hit in the damn shoulders, and that shit
It bothers, right?
different. That shit's
Because
definitely
you're
different.
like, yo, if he lands in the face, how is my neck gonna, take this pause? But it's just like,
Type of
for
pain.
real.
No, not really. But nah, he definitely that was the game plan. That's pretty much what the game plan was in camp with Canelo. He walked him down, throwing the body shots, going in the direction that he wants you to go, and he just so calculated, it's just crazy. Like it's just levels. Like I thought I was up here, but Canelo was up there, man. It kind of messed with me a little bit. My coach. I was kind of down on myself at that first sparring. I'm like, man, how did I do? And they're like, you did good, man. They're like, you did hella good. I'm like, really? But then again, I'm like, that's Canelo, man. Like, you
Fact,
did Canelo. But I was
fact.
down. I just wanted to elevate in this.
But
I
there's
was
two types of people out there, right? There's a guy like you that's gonna say, "Damn, I'm not there yet, and I gotta keep working." Or there's guys that go out there and say, "I never had a big fight, but I was in the Canelo Alvarez camp, and I'm the shit." You
right
know what
back.
I'm saying?
I know 1,000 of them right now, man. It's crazy. But that's where you're gonna separate yourself. You gotta just believe in yourself, but actually put in the work to get to that next level. It's like me and my team, we knew we was bigger than these local shows, and it's like, I'm finally getting past, two bullshit decisions, and it's like, I've been. I was like, man, I cannot let this go to the scorecards. Imagine if that went to the scorecards after 8 rounds, man. It'd have been another draw.
They probably would have did you dirty, to be honest.
Exactly. What I'm saying. So it's like,
13-0, they're trying to build them.
that's what I had in my mindset. It's not going to the judges, and
Hmm.
that I'm gonna keep that for every next fight, man. It ain't going to no fight after this is going to the judges. But yeah,
Well, keep that grind and that hustle going, man, because that's what's really going to keep you and separate you. We've seen a lot of bad decisions going on in boxing, and you don't want to be in the forefront of one of those. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
What you think about some of the divisions when it comes down to like guys like you at 160, 168? We
Mhm.
tend to want to watch the little guys work, right? We
Right.
like to see them guys just throw them punches, right? So like when it comes down to like Regis and Devin Haney, like they're
Mhm.
getting it on real
Man,
soon.
yeah.
What you think about that fight?
Oh man, that's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna bring out the best in Devin Haney because he gonna show his boxing skills. Regis, I think he's a little uh, one dimensional coming forward, more of the power shots. He gets hit. He can get hit. I think Haney just gonna box him, and he gonna be on that jab. He got a hell of a jab, and he looking stronger too. He looking a lot stronger, a lot more filled in. So
Snack.
man, yeah, snack for real.
Wrong, son. Now, where you, have you been on the program at all?
Nah, I've been offered, but it's like I got my own strength and conditioning coach. I'm not gonna switch. I'm not gonna. I don't need no new.
What is that? What's the reasoning for that? Is it the investment part?
Nah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I like what they do. I like what they do, and like I said, what I've been doing for myself is what's working for me. So I'm not gonna change anything. I'm why bring in these guys just because they got a name. Been working with everybody else. It's like, yeah, he with Ronnie Shields. I'm with Dre Martinez. What's the difference? He got a name, we got a name. We make a name for he made a name for himself. We gonna make a name for ourselves, and then so it's like whatever I've been doing. Like I said, I'm not switching on nobody who's been with me since the start to go to somebody else for a name. So that's just mine. That's just my philosophy. I want to keep it how it's been.
That's lit. No, you're loyal. You're loyal to who you work with, and you believe that hey, we can make a name for ourselves when we move up. And you guys know exactly what you guys are doing. You can tell. I mean, your skill set is very very well. I can see some things that you can add to your arsenal, but I absolutely believe that the stuff that you have is going to keep you winning fights. So now being entertaining and stuff like that, when we have, you got to have a different type of an arsenal. You're gonna have to take more chances and stuff like that. But like I said, I think your put out show was last weekend, bro. Like
And
that was the put out.
it's ridiculous, man. This shit just don't even feel. I don't even think it really hit me yet. But like number five, like I mean, it ain't no sanctioning bodies, but it's like it's box striking. It's like I started at like 1,000 in the world. Now I'm number 23. It's crazy.
One fight.
It's crazy. It's ridiculous.
It is, it is, it is, and it goes to show, other boxes that are coming up that this is the stuff. These are the chances you have to take.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to motivate. I'm trying to motivate. I'm not trying to be cocky, but I'm like I'm trying to motivate the people around me and show them that it's achievable. Like, just you got to put that confidence behind yourself and bet on yourself, And just because this guy is with this trainer, just because he's sparring this guy, don't mean nothing. Like in the fighters meet with Sergio Moore, you go, does that frighten you that he's 13-0? It's like I look at it as this is both our first fight. We both coming in 0-0-0. We both our first time fighting each other. It can go either way. Put your best foot. Whoever put their best foot forward is coming out victorious. So it's like a record don't mean nothing. Look at Zordo versus when he fought Bevel. He was
He
40.
fought Bebo and he just fought Joe Smith.
Man. So
He
it's
looked
like,
great with Joe Smith.
and it's like, if Bevel could do it, I know I can do it. It's just you gotta just, no, just put that belief in yourself. Somebody else can do it. I know I can do it too. That's how I look at it. But
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Now, going on to that, did you say Haney? Did you believe Haney will be
oh yeah,
victorious with
oh
Regis?
yeah, yeah. He'll be victorious. Unanimous decision. I think Regis is gonna try to walk him down. He's gonna be missing a lot. Devin Haney gonna be countering and boxing him. I think that's just gonna be a beautiful boxing night for Devin Haney. And, I'm a fan of the Rougarou, Regis, and I like him. But I think I see him shadow box on these videos. He don't move his head. He don't move his head a lot, man.
You know what's funny too is when he moves his head, it's not necessary.
Right, and exactly. It's
He's
like
still learning on the job. You could tell.
exactly that's what I'm saying. But nah, it's gonna be a good fight. Devin Haney, hopefully, he don't get caught. Like I said, it's boxing. All it takes is one punch. But it's gonna be a beautiful boxing for Devin Haney. Unanimous, 12 round unanimous decision. What you think? You think?
I agree with you too. I agree with you too. I think that I do believe that Devin Haney struggles with southpaws, but southpaws with good footwork.
Mm,
And it happens to be that he only is half of that. He's just a southpaw with flat feet.
exactly.
Um, So I just feel like the things that I've seen with Lomachenko putting Devin Haney in uncomfortable positions, I don't, and he did it with the presence. He didn't do it with the punches. He did it with the presence, with the in and outs, the side movements, and he put Devin on the ropes that you never really see Devin on the ropes because Devin really don't fight good on the ropes. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? He's just more of a like I control the pace type of a fighter. Now with as far as Regis putting him in uncomfortable positions, I think he's gonna have a hard problem to do that, because he's gonna have to fight
Let
Devin.
me So what did you think about the Lomachenko versus Haney fight? So what was your call on the fight?
So I was biased because I put money on Loma. So
Mm,
right away, I gotta watch the fight over again. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Because you start to anything that's a close or swing round, you want to persuade on your bet. But I thought it was up a round or two. Um, and I
Mm,
would I would have been happy with a draw, honestly, after
mm,
watching it the second time. And I
exactly.
put money on the draw too. So
And
I would have been happy with the draw, and then it goes off of politics. But then watching it the second time, I could see that Lomachenko in the championship round, the
right.
12th round, he let it go.
Mm,
Horrible decision. He does the
man,
same thing with Tio. He needs to learn to not do that because,
right.
and then he has a really big amateur style, so
Right.
he does score points, but he doesn't do anything devastating. Now, am I impressed with Devin Haney's body work? It wasn't the best body work, but it was body work. I never seen him do body work.
Exactly.
I never seen him do
And,
nothing. So I thought he was just jab guy. I thought he was a jab guy. That's it. Didn't want to take any chances. Got a beautiful jab. He showed
exactly.
me that if Loma takes away that jab, he got another element to him. So I gotta give him love, and then I gotta give him love for um, if you move up straight to fight Regis, do I think that Regis is not the best 140 pounder? I don't think so. I
No.
think there's a lot of guys in the come up too, like
Yeah.
Richardson Hitchens,
Yeah.
Antoine Russell. I think those guys give him problems too.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know,
No.
so
No.
that's how I believe in him. And then this is a good question for you, right? Because you see how he's moving, right? He does have skill. He doesn't have the biggest amateur pedigree, but in the same time, he is a free agent,
Who you talking
just
about?
like Devin. He's a free agent, just like you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? He knows what he got. You know what you got.
Mm-hmm.
How do you further proceed on wanting to deal with the business of boxing when it comes to yourself due to the fact that what you see in the business. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? So
like I said earlier, it's kind of like a gift. It can be a gift, but it's like I fought on three big platforms, and just negotiated, all right, decent money, but like I said, that was a good part where I got exposure on three different networks. But the bad part was, it was tougher opponents. I don't know when my next fight is going to be. Um,
were you happy with the pay?
uh, yeah, I'm happy for right now because I haven't really proved myself until this fight. So I will be happy in
But
the
you
future.
have a certain standard for your next fight, I'm sure, when
Yeah,
it comes
oh yeah,
to revenue.
definitely. It- Double, if not triple.
You ain't looking at those numbers no more.
Exactly, and that's where it's like you kind of have to take the pay that come with it when it's offered with the opportunity. You gotta take the opportunity to get to the next level, and it's like people are like, oh, you should have got. It's like I wasn't looking at the money at that time. I'm looking at the opportunity where I can go next after the fight. So it's like you can't chase the money, That's because
Now, do you feel like you're gonna continue that wave, like going further to your career? Because like just like we spoke, Javante Davis getting a fight with Isaac Cruz. Isaac Cruz is happy. He knows what he's worth, and he's gonna take what Tank gives him, and it's a high payday. But then some of these guys want, they want 20 million to fight Tank, and it's
crazy.
just like you haven't even reached 10 yet. You haven't reached 9 yet.
Exactly. Now I know. I need to be patient and just keep taking these fights. And if it makes sense, it makes sense. Like I'll be, like if it's the pay is not there, but if it makes sense, it makes sense. Let's do it. But if it's a tough opponent, yeah, the pay definitely got to be there. And but like I say, we got talks, we got conference calls coming up today and scheduled throughout the week with these companies. So everything is about to change. So like I said, it's been a gift and a curse being independent, and that's the first thing people are like. Are you signed with anybody? And like, no, we've been just doing it the hard way, and it's kind of more rewarding that way because it's like no handouts, just the tough, bumpy roads. It's
Right.
more it feel a lot better, knowing that you ain't had a handout. So so
Yeah.
it's gonna be more better once we get signed and stuff like that. So
No handouts make you feel like you deserve to be here.
man, it's crazy, but yeah, no, it's been a long time coming, and Like I don't know if you watched my last fight last September against a guy named Richard Brewer. He was 12-0.
That was 12-0. Yeah, I was about to say that was the first. That was
Like
like the major step up for you, and then this one was even a bigger step up for you.
yeah, like my last four opponents combined record just 37-0.
Mhm. Mhm. And another KO.
Yeah, the chaos crazy.
So these guys are coming in. You're stepping up your game, but you're also getting them out of there. So now the fans are gonna appreciate what you're giving us. Which is very important.
Exactly.
Um, Guys in your division, right?
Right.
I seen a picture of Triple G. I know he was holding a belt at one point in time. He blew up in weight. I feel like he might. I think he might just let it go. Like
Yeah,
he got his Canelo paydays. He's done. My
exactly.
Janovic, Carlos Adames,
Oh yeah, yeah, Thomas.
and Jamal Charlo.
Hmm.
Who's the best?
I'm gonna say Adamas. I'm gonna say Carlos Adamas because he came on the scene and he not that guy
He just beat J Rock. It was kind of controversial.
the guy before that though. Who was that? Who was his name? He fought one of Charlos. The nobody guy from I think it was from Mexico or something. He stopped him in like the first round and wait, what you mean? What you mean when he fought J Rock was controversial? He
They
beat
stopped the fight. They stopped. No,
he,
he was winning. He was winning. He was
he
winning.
was winning. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He
Yeah, he
was
was winning.
winning.
But they did J Rock wrong. Like you, that's
J that fight. He there was no way because he was taking
yeah,
too
but
many.
he was fighting back. He was winning rounds too. He wasn't just losing all of them.
Really?
Yeah, he
I,
had some rounds that he was boxing and doing good.
when
Did
I
I feel like did I feel like he could have possibly won? I mean, he would have had to need a perfect, boxing display. I think they stopped in what, like round 9 or something.
something like that, he was late. Yeah.
So it was late. So I mean, if he won the rest of the rounds, we're looking at a draw on his side. And for a former champion, you don't get you're not gonna get those opportunities. I think he might get one more opportunity, maybe
Yeah.
not. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I feel like, and he was punching while, the referee was behind, didn't see him punching. So that's just my opinion on that. I just and as a title fight, as fans, let me see them fight. It's a title fight. Stop playing me.
True. True. No,
Stop playing me.
I had
Um,
a different view. I had a different view on that fight. I think Adamas was just it's too much. It was just too much. The power punches. That Cuban man power. That was real. That fight. And
then he went southpaw.
I actually forgot. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'd be forgetting about Adamas. I'd be forgetting about him. But yeah, he's a contender at 160. It's crazy. And actually, another name too I was thinking about earlier is what's his name? Marvelous Keys, who
Yeah,
beat.
I know what you're
He's
talking about.
he's a contender too now because
Hmm.
I mean, not that Gomez was anybody special, but he was knocking out everybody. But he's up there too. I actually should. I love to have that fight. Actually, yeah, it's a lot of actually
So
good
you
talent.
got Hadamis.
Yep.
Then we
And
got Jamal and Benajek. Who's better than who's
now that in that order,
huh?
in that order,
Okay, so you got Carlos.
Jamal, Jamal, and then Janabek.
So you're not big on Janovic.
Nah, he ain't fought nobody. Uh,
Mm.
yeah, he ain't. Who was that last guy? Last guy came out faint with his hands down. I was like, what the hell is this guy doing? I didn't even know who he was. Like, what type of belt? Like, who is this guy? And let's just say they setting him up with guys who got belts, but no one really knows who they were. And reach, he's taller than these guys, and his reach is longer than these guys. Like, put him against somebody like me who's taller and got a longer reach than him. Let's see how he does. So it's
Fight
like,
somebody your own size. Is that what you saying?
man, I see these guys, it just makes me so excited. It's like, man, just wait until they set me up with him. I just want to prove, like I said, man, these promotions companies, they need to set two top fighters. Let's start getting all the phonies out of there. Natural selection. Let's start getting the top fighters. And eventually, next 2 years, you're gonna have the best filtered boxers in the game. I get guys are marketable, but let's get these guys who are hungry and ready to fight. Who's trying to feed their family, who want it bad. You know. So
Have you felt like you found yourself in the ring? inside and out, when it comes down to knowing your style, knowing your placement in the game, or do you feel like you need a couple more fights? So
Yeah, like I
therefore, not necessarily change who you are outside of the ring, but kind of
exactly
be a little bit more outspoken. I kind of told Boots this the same thing. I said, if you really want that Terrence Crawford fight, bro, you better go at
right,
him.
right.
But if you want to be chill and not get out of your character, I understand as well. Let's just not complain that you don't get these fights though.
Like, and that's yeah, I was thinking about that too. It's like that's not my character, man, to be rowdy and make an Instagram post. If ain't no bad blood, I'm not gonna start no
But you're
bad.
not signed, so it's tough,
Hey,
right?
that's
It's like ah.
that's why I'm conflicted with myself. It's like, okay, character, or do I go out there and start being this villain guy and start calling these guys out and start getting fans rowdy? But it's
Hmm.
like, man, I don't know, that's not me. But then again, there's another part of me. It's like, Sean, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. But like I said, I don't know. I might just flip the switch one day. I don't know. Like if it comes down to it,
It might be like a certain win that you get, or it might be just a back to back crazy training camps from Canelo to David Morrell to whatever the case may be.
exactly. So it's like, man, yeah. But what was the second? Was the first part of that question? It was what you
Like, do
say?
you feel like eventually you might
Oh,
need to
nah, I don't.
go out and call out guys when it's that time? Because the first question was like, have you found yourself?
Yeah, nah, I don't think I really. I got a kind of got a taste of what I could do, but I don't think I really found myself just quite yet. Like I said, it was still a few holes in that first round, but I say three more fights. Probably not like an undefeated fighter type fights, but the fights where I could maybe go a few more rounds and play around and see what I can do, and then definitely like I say, three more fights. I'll have been found myself, and I'll be ready for. Like I said, Slick and Scrappy Ramirez on that was on the card too.
My
13
boy,
fights,
yeah.
title eliminator. So I'm like, if he got
You
13
just
fights,
started boxing too.
man, and I got 10 fights, I'm like, I'm right behind. I should be in the title eliminator too. I'm right there. So I'm like saying, all these guys are paving the way, and I'm looking, and I'm just getting the motivation off of them, and I'm
But
feeding.
that's what I was trying to tell you earlier. Marketability. He's very marketable.
Man,
Very
that's
marketable. That's where he's getting these opportunities because that weight class is no. They don't make no noise. You're out of all the out of the big weight classes, you're like the 160 is not the one that makes much noise at for some weird reason now. So
exactly.
sometimes now the persona outside of it is what people are gonna get sold off of. Look at Rolly, but Rolly got a whole management team and a whole promotional team that backs him up. You're not
Exactly.
like that. You don't have that opportunity, so you got to go out there and really sell it.
Exactly. And that's where I might flip that switch maybe, sometime sometime coming soon. I might flip that switch. You might see
We need the energy that you have with your boys when you guys are sparring and you guys
we
are talking your shit back and forth.
we talking about.
The guys that you work with in sparring, the guys that you stay competitive with, you know what I'm saying? Your day ones, those guys that
Yeah,
they're at that level that you're at, that you stay that competitiveness out of you. You know what I'm saying? You bring that out on the camera. We, fans, they like to say they like one interview with me that you say, yo, I gotta go and I need him, and you're actually in that equation and you're on that lineup. Now that you are where you're at right now, you don't think it's gonna buzz? They're gonna ask, who is this dude?
right, exactly. Nah, yeah. And my sparring partners, man, they've been A1. I feel like I've been sparring Vladimir Hernandez. he only an hour away from me. Not even
Vladimir, he just got a big win after off a truck, huh?
shit crazy. I knew he was gonna do it. I knew
What
Truck
do you
was
think about Showtime? I mean, what is that? It's
overtime.
overtime. What do you think
Over
about it? Because it's for like fighters like yourselves, like the young
yeah.
upcoming talent.
It's dope. It's dope what they're doing, man. It's just a new wave, and it's good. It's good to see something new because you see, HBO went out. Showtime is next, so it's like we need something new to keep the young generation going. You know, so nah, it's dope. It's dope what they're doing, and you know, yeah.
If it wasn't boxing, what would it be, bro? I mean, I know you ain't no 6'1".
I was just my coach is just saying I'd be a marathon runner, skateboarder, mechanic. I can do it all, man. I'm diverse, man. But nah, I run a lot. I like running, you know. But what else? Skateboarding.
So
Love,
those are good traits, because like if you really like running, you're gonna get the conditioning great. If you really like skateboarding, you're gonna have great balance, and that's what
you
boxing is about, is balance. So
know,
those are two big traits.
you
What's
know,
up with Sacramento though?
huh?
What's up with Sacramento though? Like you feel like eventually you want to be able to make it like a fight town, more of a fight town.
Yeah, I'm trying to be bigger than last big name that was out of this town is Diego Chico Corrales.
That's a while ago.
He was pretty big, so I'm just trying to just reach new heights and just break that glass ceiling and hopefully go to one center where the Kings play. If we can pack that out one day. Like I said, this is all things that me and my team we already talked about, and it's like we just gotta put in the work to get there, and we're slowly doing it little by little. Like I said, with hard work and manifestation, we can get there. So
Mhm.
yeah, second kind of bring it back.
What other like high level guys, notable names that you had to share the ring with in sparring? Like what
Oh
other
man,
names that you had?
that guy Kane Sandoval. He signed with 360 Promotion. He's 10-0, 10 knockout. He's fighting
With
Madison.
Tom Loeffler? Okay.
Yep. He's fighting Madison Square Garden. Sheree Muhammatovic out of San Francisco. Damani Kato Kane out of Oakland. Uh,
Caleb Kane.
yeah,
Yeah, he just lost his first fight not too
yeah,
long ago, but he's been in there with a lot of great fighters, man.
and a lot of great fighters. And
I
he
like
actually
him as a personality as well.
my last sparring actually before this fight, and I saw a different. He's a different fighter. He brought it to me, and I was impressed with that last sparring. I was like, okay, I know it was just sparring, but I'm like, okay, he was different. I was like, man, keep that. I said, keep that same mentality going to this next fight, man. Different. He sparred 10 too. So yeah,
He did.
ready for that fight. And Joshua Boati, that sparred J Rock, quick draw. Um, Nico Ali, I sparred him. He-
Yo, you funny as hell. You funny as hell. I say high level guys. You
right,
come to
right. I
me.
was like,
I didn't say popularity points.
probably exactly.
Yeah, so you took it easy on my boy Nico. What's up? You
Man,
you you
I whoop,
didn't let him have it, did you?
I whooped that ass. Him and his coach was arguing during the
You're
sparring.
wrong. Who
Like,
Flick? He's arguing.
yeah, he's like, do that right there. You see the jab he just threw? Do that. He was telling him to do something. I'm like, how you gonna tell him to do it? I just did to him. He was arguing. He's like, shut up. Yeah,
Flick is all over the place. I ain't gonna hold you.
yeah.
Without all the stuff that he has going on, as far as some coaches, I like to say, like, some coaches have all the resources. He has the resources. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to old school mentality,
Right.
really being able to mold the fighter, you have to give credit to those other trainers, man. It's not that easy.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like it's kind of. I don't know how that all came about, but it's like, man, Nico, man, like you need to. Yeah, I don't know. He needs some better training and yeah,
Yeah, that must have been hard for him to spar you. That must have been really hard.
yeah. I put the brakes off. I put the brakes. I beat him up pretty bad, and that was after me sparring Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I sparred him Friday. We went 10 rounds, like crazy.
Man, he had to deal with you for 10. That sucks.
Well, it was supposed to only be 6, but then he was like, he thought he could get me, and then he's like, let's do 8, and then after 8, he's like, let's do 10. Like his pride, he wanted to keep going for some reason, but he took it like he was cut. Like,
Did your
yeah,
coach handicap you at all?
huh?
Did your coach handicap you?
Oh yeah. We had like towards we was only using one hand. Crazy. Like, I'm not trying to brag, but it's like a lot of my sparring is like this. Like I'm beat. So when I sparred Canelo, if it messed me up, I'm like, damn, what the fuck? But it's like, bro, you did good. I'm like, damn, man, I was so hard on myself. It's like that's like, I know it's just sparring, but it's like I'm so good, man. Like I
It's a
don't take.
small world. This is a small world. You know that word gets around quick.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not the type to be recording sparring. It's like you know what happened in sparring. They know what happened in sparring. I don't need to record and post. I got much respect, but if I'm ever asked a question about it, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm gonna tell you the truth. But yeah, like I said, But then again, matches aren't won in sparring. But I mean, it is a big part of the preparation. But but yeah, that's
You handicapped yourself in sparring, and what you threw not as you didn't throw 100%, so you can stay going 8 rounds, 9 rounds, 10 rounds in short.
no, I'm 100% every round.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm round man.
So I ain't even gonna give you that much props then.
I emptied the tank during sparring. It's like I this is where you want to be tired at in the ring. You
Yeah.
know, you want to be tired at. And
You think that they'll ever do it again with you?
nah, because we actually asked him the last time we came back to Vegas. We was like, "Flick, I couldn't get on," and he was like, "Nah, he was nowhere to be found."
Yeah, I understand. I understand, man. It
Nah,
must.
like still an amateur. He's like that sparring. Like he's still an amateur. You know.
Talk to me about your amateur background. What is
Ah,
it?
uh, Golden Gloves, state champ. I never really made it too far out of the state, but Golden Gloves, few years, like 2 years back to back, state champ. Silver gloves, bronze. I think I pretty much like was
Been
doing
doing you've been doing it as a cub.
exactly. Yeah, I've been doing everything. National tournaments. I was getting like bronze, fighting Raheem Gonzalez, Troy. I got Troy Isley. I feel like I beat him in amateurs that fight. I was supposed to fight Elmo Williams. I hurt my back the day before. He got
They're
to
trying
walk.
to they're trying to get at it again too. They they
Yeah,
they
I
had
don't know
each other.
what's going on with him. I know
Huh?
he had this Elmo.
What about him?
He took like a mental health break.
Yeah, he
Well,
did. He did. Yep.
uh, actually another
He seems
Nikita.
like he relies on his power too much, though.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's like, and I've been fighting southpaws too. Like Lubin, he brought me in this camp after the Javier fight. Then I fought that Kazakhstan guy. Like I was so happy to get an orthodox. I was like, oh yeah, let's go. I got an orthodox. Let's go. I'm comfortable with southpaws or orthodox. Like I'm so diverse because a lot of people they don't fight southpaws until later in their career, and then once they fight that southpaw, they have troubles. Like I'm glad I'm seeing all these styles early in my first 10 fights. So you
Yeah.
match
'Cause
on
it's hard to get a good one too. It's hard to get a good southpaw. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like I'm pretty sure now it's easier. When I was boxing in 2007, I think I
Mhm.
only had like two or three in the gym. And that's just not enough work.
Yeah. There's a lot of southpaws now, man.
Right.
Just a lot of southpaws. But who was talking about? I lost my train of thought.
You was talking about the amateurs. You was talking about you fought Troy Isley. How was that experience as well? Like, um, Troy's obviously building his career right now. Um, I'm cool with Troy. Like, how was that matchup with you and him and the amateurs?
Man, that was a good matchup. He was always favored by USA Boxing, so I feel like they protected him.
Correct.
That fight, I feel like I got the best of him in that fight. But
Yeah,
it's
you're
all
right about that. You're actually right about that because that's actually everyone that he has faced in the amateurs said the same thing to me.
man, it's crazy. But it's all part of the process to get me here. Like seeing all those different styles, and I'm very grateful how my upbringing was, because we always traveled. We always traveled. We went sparring 4 hours away, sparring 4 hours this way, fights this way, fights that way. Nowadays, you got these amateurs picking and choosing fights, and like I'm like, what are
Crazy.
you just doing? Fight every weekend. Fight every fight you can get. This is where you learn. This is
100%. They win a fight, they don't come next week. It's funny as hell. They don't want to make weight. Yeah, I'm a boxing coach, and I do the same thing. And when I'm like, damn, like the competition's rising, and you don't want to make weight. Yeah, it doesn't. It's like, where do you want to be in the sport? Like, are we doing this shit to be your local town fighter, or are we doing this so you can make a career out of yourself? So
crazy, man. It's like it's evolving. Like it's just getting so soft nowadays. But that's why I want to bring back that old school boxing. I want to bring back let's match me up with somebody tough. Let's get these fans something to watch, man. Let's bring it back this exciting boxing. I mean, imagine if, like I said before, the promoters and these big broadcasters put together every fight on the undercards just 50-50. Pretty soon, 2, 3 years down the line, you're gonna get natural selection. You're gonna get the best.
it seems like that's what's coming up. Like, it seems like now, like I think with Amazon coming into boxing and
Hmm.
Showtime leaving, I feel like that's what we like. They're gonna only want that.
Hmm. Exactly. I hope so. I hope so, man.
Yeah, more opportunity for people and better for guys that like to bet on boxing as well. Um,
Exactly.
when it comes down to you, I'm trying to hit these numbers, man. And I
Uh,
know that you're a humble dude. You're a good dude. I already knew that by just watching a couple of your interviews and just listening to you talk. You could tell.
yeah.
Um, but that being said, when it comes down to you and a hit list, you know what I'm saying? They gotta be some guys that it's
Oh,
like
that I want to fight next.
that you want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like if you had to line up
Oh
your
yeah.
next,
I'll
you
tell you.
know,
Now, I was telling you earlier. I said I want Elijah Garcia next. If I don't fight for another
you
6,
want Elijah Garcia. He had a great performance in his last fight. What you think about him in a matchup? You know what I'm saying? Like you just
his
talk to me. Talk to me. That was a good performance by him. He got hit a
I,
lot though. He got hit a lot.
I'm saying it wasn't a good performance. Like I don't know. If that was part of his game plan was to get hit the first 6 rounds, and then he started boxing. Oh, I don't know. I forgot what round he knocked him out in, but that first half of the fight was them just literally hitting each other in the face with no defense.
It was crazy because he boxed the first round and then he kept getting hit second, third, fourth.
Yeah, those.
You 100% so.
So yeah, after when he got that knockout upset against that one southpaw that put him on the map, I actually called him out on Instagram, and he actually replied to my DM, and he said he said actually hope to see you at the top, and it's just kind of crazy. And I saw him at the fight when he was coming into his locker room. I said what's up to him again, and sized him up. He sized me up a little bit. You know, he's a small guy. Like I said, I seen him. I said know what he can do. And I said, if anything, I want that fight with Elijah Garcia next, and because he got belts and he got some. I think it's time for me to get some shiny hardware around my waist now. So
How does the fight with you two play out?
me boxing him, stopping him, probably late
Mm,
stoppage. Yeah,
mm. You know I gotta send this to him. You know I gotta send it to him.
most definitely. Yeah,
You
most
know what I'm
definitely.
saying? Make this liven it up, man. Listen.
Yeah, I think that would be a fire fight for the fans, and I know I could beat him. I know I can knock him out. That's why I wouldn't be here
So
saying.
when you sized them up, he said we'll see each other. Like
Yeah, exactly. Well, he didn't say we'll see each other. I hope to see you at the top. Like he was real respectful. I mean, it wasn't like I called him out like I'm gonna beat you. I said I forgot what I even said, but it wasn't really like disrespectful. Boss, I said I want you next. He's like I hope to see you at the top, and look where we at. You know, in talks. So
because you got to get more fights. You got to get more fights. You got to prove
I mean,
yourself before
got
that fight.
like 16 fights, 15, 16 fights. I mean, he ain't too far ahead of me. But like I said, two more fights. If he my next fight, I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready for that one because he ain't nothing special. He like 19, 20 years old.
Yeah, I
He
know he's young.
young. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. Like I was saying recently,
He's in line for a title eliminator, right?
I think I'm not too sure about it. Yeah, I believe so. He up there pretty high. But like I say, Elijah Garcia, that's my lineup. But after that, I want to go forward. I don't want to go backwards.
Makes sense.
Like I no disrespect, but Troy Isley, Javier Martinez, like all these other guys, I think they're behind me now. I want to go forward with people who are undefeated.
When we talk about rankings,
I'm gonna go forward with people who are still undefeated. You know, well, hey, those guys are still undefeated too, but it's like,
yeah, because you have no training wheels whatsoever right now.
yeah, if my next fight is undefeated fighter, I want to be going forward against an undefeated fighter who's higher than me, and it'll all play out and work out. You know,
I love this. I love this.
I was already back in the gym yesterday. I'm already back in the gym,
Right,
training.
I see you in the gym right now.
Yeah, I'm in the gym right now. So yeah, I
Um,
stay in the gym literally.
you didn't take no goddamn damage anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm like, it don't hurt to just shake out. I'm just shaking out. You know,
So those
I'm not at 100%. I'm not training at 100%, you know, but I'm like 40, 50%, just staying moving, you know, until I get that call. Then we going to ramp it up. But
mm,
I stay active, you know.
so you want to let Elijah Garcia.
Hmm.
He got belts. You want Troy Isley for the get back, but in the same time, you could kind of pass on that because it's kind of move. You're kind of doing him a favor.
Cause my guy Vladimir Hernandez gonna take care of him November 4th. So I don't even want him. I want ammo.
You think
Ammo.
so? You think so?
Yeah, yeah. They sleeping on Vladimir, man. He tough, rugged Mexican. Vladimir Hernandez. He sound like a Russian and a Mexican at the same time. That boy.
I think if Truck fought the right fight, he could have beat him.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. He underestimated him. I didn't watch that fight, but I heard Truck was just trying to power shot him and look for that one shot. But you can't knock out a guy like
Can't do
Vladimir.
that with a volume puncher like that.
And that's where he messed up at. But
I got actually, I got I got Troy winning that fight, man.
decision.
Hmm. Because Vladimir, that little fucker, he a warrior.
Yeah, he a warrior for
He could
real.
take a shot. He could take a shot.
But Troy hasn't fought nobody like Vladimir,
That is true.
and
That is.
I don't even think he getting sparring to even mimic that southpaw at that too.
I mean, he
South,
can make. He could. Nah, he got resources. He got
yeah,
resources.
yeah.
He
I
got
hope
tons of. He got tons of resources.
I hope so. But like I said, I'm not even looking towards Troy. I'm looking for Emma Williams, Elijah Garcia.
Is Ammo up in the rankings?
I'm not too sure. I haven't looked, but he up there. I mean, Ammo was hot. He was hot shit, man. He was hot shit at one point.
Yeah,
But
yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
but yeah, yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to what the future holds for me, man. Like I said, my coach's phone been ringing off the hook, and I'm excited, But I'm also got to keep working. The job ain't done yet, That was just a scratch at the surface. So I'm
Hmm.
work.
When it comes down to something that you want the fans to know about you, uh,
Hmm.
what would it be? It could be inside or outside the ring.
Uh, inside the ring, exciting. Outside the ring, I'm a family guy. I just want to hang out with my daughter and
Kids lit.
make yeah, and just I'm just soft spoken, but I'm also confident, but not cocky, and I just got a lot of confidence behind my preparation and how I train and how I prepare for my fight. Just look forward to the future and just stay tuned, really, because it's gonna be a lot of action packed fights with Sean.
Mm.
Yeah,
Um, what would you have to say? Is a What would you have to say is kind of like a thing that you really want to work on your game that you feel like you want to improve on right now?
really like the knockouts, man. Like I don't want nothing.
Like
I've been
setting up the shot, the perfect shot,
exactly slowing it down.
and
Um,
breaking down the fighter.
I'm breaking down the fighter and just not leaving nothing to the judges, and
That's a student of the game right there. When you hear shit like that, that's when you know you really trying to elevate your game and not
yeah,
stick to the back foot all the time. That's what I like to hear.
I'm just trying to get better with each fight. Like from the Canelo undercard to 21 days later to his last fight, like, that 21 days span, I became a whole different fighter. So just imagine like the next fights, I'm gonna just get better and better and better. So like I said, just stay tuned, guys, and Sean Time, man. I'm gonna be a household name pretty soon.
Well, man, thank you for your time, my brother. I see you at the gym. I know you want to continue to work on your craft. Shout out to everybody on the live as well. You guys have to check this guy out right here. Joeshon James, undefeated fighter, not even signed yet, 25 years old, 6'1", and it's just that he's a problem. He fought last weekend on the zone.
But thing you don't even know what my reach is. I think they have my reach as like 72 or
When
something.
I seen that, I was like, "You got the height wrong. You definitely got the arm reach
I got
wrong. The
heavy,
arm reach is always wrong."
a heavyweight reach. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Bro,
that's
I played basketball, I played so many different sports, and I box. When I look at someone, I could be like, yeah, you 6'4", and I'm
man.
always right. Like I'm always right. I'm always right. Hit me in the comments. Let me know exactly if I'm right.
Crazy.
um, but nevertheless, man, I appreciate you tapping in. I will be looking forward to continue on watching you grow, and we will build together.
Thank you, Milstead. I really appreciate you, man. It's been an honor. I hope to talk to you more.
Absolutely, my brother. Much love to you. God bless, and we on to the next one.
All right, bro.
All right, brother. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Joeshon, um, Joeshon. Sometimes I say his name wrong. Joeshon James. I like getting a lot of these other fighters that people are not notable. You know what I'm saying? Not notable names that you normally see in boxing, and I feel like that's it brings a little specialness when it comes to certain channels. Because what I see and what other content creators see are completely two different things. When I see a special fighter, right? And I'm saying that, he can become a special fighter because of all the attributes he has. He probably gonna hit me in the comments saying he got an 81-inch arm reach. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. He campaigns at 160 pounds. He's showing right now that he does have power for the weight class, not signed. So you're not going to necessarily really hear about this gentleman, Joeshon. So I'm glad that I got to have him on. I'm going to be having some more secrets coming on too as well. I got a lot of different sparring partners. I got Boo Boo Andre's sparring partner for this camp coming on today or tomorrow. I got Joseph Adorno, which has and speaking upon that sparring partner with Demetrius Andres, he also fought Joe Smith. His name is Stephen Gifford, um, light heavyweight contender, great guy. Been knowing him for a year now. Great dude. Then we also got Joseph Adorno. Now he got a fight coming up. I think it's in October, but or November, but November. But what's good about this, right, is that there's certain fighters that they take all challenges. They come out and they want to benefit and get big checks, but they believe that they could win, right? Joseph Adorno is that guy. You know what I'm saying? He has the cojones, he has the boxing ability, he has a great amateur pedigree, but he happens to make wrong choices when it comes to taking certain fights. One of those, he fought Edwin Rodriguez at 140 pounds. He really started his career at 126 pounds. He made himself a name, and he used to be signed to Top Rank. Then Showtime got him, and PBC got him, and he got like a couple tough losses. He has a uh, majority of his fights he won by KO, but in the same time, his last opponent was Edwin Rodriguez, which is fighting Shakur Stevenson, and also another gimme. Joseph Adorno also fought Shakur Stevenson in the amateurs. So it should be an amazing interview. Should be doing it today or tomorrow. The same thing with Stephen Grifford. But yeah, Steve Grifford. So make sure you guys check out some of these upcoming interviews that I'm gonna be doing. Also gonna be going live. I heard so many different things. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Devin Haney's been doing a lot of interviews lately. A lot. I just seen that he just came up with one with Hot 97. Did another one yesterday. Uh, let me tell you something about Devin, right? Devin is a great fighter. Devin is a great fighter. He has done a lot of things in his career, and salute to Bill Haney, because Bill Haney is absolutely one of those guys that makes sure that his son gets moved completely correctly, and timing in boxing is everything. I'm gonna get into some of these comments as well. Make sure you guys shoot some comments as well. I love boxing. What's going on, my brother? What's going on? So tell me, when it comes down to this fight with Regis and him, I just feel like I do side on Devin, even though I want Regis to win because I know Regis. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with Regis. Never got to meet Devin, but in the same time, Devin opposes. He's probably him and Teofimo are probably the most athletic guys at 140 pounds. Devin Haney and Teo are the most athletic guys at 140 pounds by far. But some of the things that Devin Haney has is very, really good. One of them is, he has an amazing jab. He has a great jab. Um, his footwork is good, but I'm not gonna say it's great. I'm heavy on footwork, bro. Like I am super heavy on footwork. Like when I coach my students, right? I don't put gloves on them until 2 weeks into the gym. It's all footwork and mechanics, and I might teach you the jab. I might teach you the jab in the first 2 weeks. But it's all, building the calves, building, calisthenics, and conditioning. So that way, when I really want to teach you and I really want to put in 3 hours of work with you, um, your body is saying yes. And your body goes off of what your brain is, and your brain goes off of what your body is. So if you don't have the right body, your brain's going to tell you I can't do it. But then if you have the mindset, you can get in shape for it. So my thing is you know Devin kind of has an open stance a lot when his footwork, and it kind of that is the reason why you don't see a lot of power punches coming from him. You don't see that when he steps into a jab, it's not like what Terrence Crawford did with Errol Spence. The stiff jab, the sledgehammer jab, whatever you want to say. Same thing was, yeah. I love boxing, like, absolutely. Errol Spence, he did the same thing. Spreads out his legs, But considering that Errol Spence is, more of a durable guy, and also really big for the weight class. Now, the similarities, right? Devin Haney has a lot of similarities that Errol Spence has. They're superly big for the weight class. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I feel like when it comes down to Devin, I think also Devin needed a little bit more seasoning in the amateurs. I think he needed way more fights than what he had. But in the same time, a lot of people you'll see videos of him, performing and working out in the Mayweather camp and having all these, great trainers coming in and helping out his career, which is great. Which I think I salute Devin for Bill Haney for doing that as well. I think that's huge. But in the same time, you know, uh, when we talk about special fighters, I just said to you guys that Devin is a great fighter, just not a special fighter. I think special, you can only throw that word out here and there. You can't name 10 special fighters today. You can't. There's only a few of them, and I think that, when it comes to him, I was listening to some interviews and it got me thinking. He wants to he'll fight Gervonta Davis at 140, but if he goes down, he only wants Shakur. That's what I got on one of the interviews yesterday that Devin said. He specifically said, but in reality, the smaller fighter, right, is Tank Davis. A lot of people look at him as, he caught Mario Barrios at a good time. I do believe that too as well. Doesn't mean that, he can't do it again. I'm not saying that either. Gervonta Davis, a special fighter. You know, um, he might not have the greatest resume, but I don't look at his resume and be like, that's a shitty resume. To me, that's a great, just beating Pedraza for a title, beating a fighter that's actually, at his prime, I think that was an impressive win. I think that, I think everybody got Gamboa like at their tilt. I think that, Terrence Crawford got Gamboa at a good time. You know what I'm saying? I think that was one of the better Gamboas, right? So, when you look at, Devin Haney's resume, great resume. I think, to be honest with you, to be real, I think I think that Haney got the best resume as a lightweight, to be honest with you. I just the names, the names, right? But when he beat them, they weren't at their hype, you know? You name them all, right? You got the only one that I could really be like, "Whoa," right? And I can't even say whoa because Jojo Diaz is not. Yeah, he came off of that, a win over the Dominican dude that Ryan fought. That Ryan beat after Tank. Ugh. He was a boogeyman at 135. Y'all in the comments can let me know who it is. You guys know he's Dominican. Anyway, uh, I think that was a good win. Now the Jorge Linares was older, and you can see Jorge Linares is really fighting for checks right now because he already reached his legacy. Um, Cambosos I was never really high on, but you have to respect the win of going to Australia 2 times. But the Loma win was the best win, but it was a very controversial win. So every time I name and then the Gamboa, nobody got Gamboa at the worst time. Gamboa needs to, Haney and Pitbull Cruz got Big Gamboa at the worst, right? So I just named all the best guys that he has. Now, there's no shade to Devin Haney. I don't want anyone to say that I'm a hater because I'm speaking facts. I'm speaking facts. I don't need, if y'all believe that I'm a hater, explain to me why I believe it's a hater. Tell me something that I'm doing wrong. Tell me something that I'm saying wrong. And then I'll be like, okay, you got me on that one. I don't have no shame in my game for saying I'm wrong. I do believe that I learned something from Devin Haney in the Loma fight. There were some pros and there were some cons. You know what I'm saying? The pros were, yo, if someone takes away your jab, you can be crafty enough to do other things. That's huge for me because I thought that Devin was just a jabber. I thought Devin was just a back foot fighter. That's what I thought, and he proved me wrong. But also, like I love boxing said, his footwork is wide. I seen that, and I felt like if one of your best attributes is your footwork and your athletic ability, you need to clean that up. You need to clean that up and clean that up now that you're entering the 140 division. Because listen, we put you in a position that you got a title shot right now, right? Popularity points. I'm gonna give when people say, "Yo, who deserves the um the tank fight more than anybody?" I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all. And y'all know I'm a big Shakur Stevenson supporter. Huge. He's the homie. He's the little bro. But I gotta keep it 100. Devin deserves that fight more than anybody. And he's going to have to show me certain things. Now, what he is showing me is that he can sell at home. That because I looked at the tickets, they're selling like hotcakes. They're selling like now everyone will be like, oh, Shakur Stevenson, his tickets they're on Groupon right now. Listen, he's fighting on a Thursday night. You know what I'm saying? There's complications with the venue and stuff like that. That happens, right? But he's fighting on a Thursday. He's not fighting on a Friday. He's fighting on a Thursday. Even a Friday is tough too. Friday could be tough too because say you want to fly in, right? You still probably have to work. What happens you in the East Coast? It's gonna take me like 4 or 5 hours. And I can't. Can I check in my room? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not even gonna look at those numbers and entertain those numbers because I'm not. I'm not gonna entertain the gate. I'm not gonna entertain anything on that behalf. But what Devin Haney is doing at home, the gate's looking nice, but I still got to see pay-per-view numbers. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if Mayweather fights that night. I don't give a damn if Mayweather fights that night. Mayweather, I ain't gonna hold you. Um, you know, when it comes to Mayweather, I think that with the Ryan Gar, if he fights, if he happens to want to fight Mikey Garcia, which I don't believe is probably going to happen because they were talking about that dude John Gotti, first, and now they're talking about him. I don't even know why Mayweather's doing this. Whatever the case may be, he added some two guys into the card. They're saying I'll be doing an interview with Keith Thurman to be sure that this is actually happening. I actually talked to Stan Jonas 3 days ago. He told me there's nothing signed yet. Danny Garcia is working for Lara, but damn, Danny, you really gonna fight on the undercard of Mayweather? So maybe this is all talks. Maybe this is all talks, and it's not assured of. Now I know other boxing channels are talking about it, but remember, when they spit out content, they're just trying to drop and get some money. I'm over here really trying to figure out what it is because I don't want you guys coming back to the channel and saying, "Yo, Mills, you predicted this. You predict." First of all, it's a prediction. People can have it wrong anytime, but I'm not gonna just throw something like when they said Tank is gonna fight Chris Cobra, like we already knew that was cap. Like we already knew that was cap. You know what I'm saying? Nate Dogg in the building. What it do? What it do? I love boxing. Absolutely, man. Absolutely want to catch up. I'll probably doing another live later on today too, tonight. You know what I'm saying? With some good content. Already know. Smash the like button. Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Uh Daniel Hardman. Regis can get inside on Haney. Well, Kenny, that's the thing. I don't know if y'all seen the interview with me and Sugar Shane Mosley talking about the matchup. Devin Haney is a long fighter. Pause. He has the reach. He has the height. But in the same time, and with that, and if you're not superly explosive, which I ain't gonna front. Devin Haney is explosive. He just doesn't have the, he can explode, but when it comes down to the connection to the landing, it's not stiff because he don't sit. Like, even, you know what I'm saying? So, but I would have to say his jab is probably one of the better jabs in the game. Um, so can he? The thing is, can Regis get off of the jab? Because I think that's all he needs. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he's a southpaw, so he got the angle, but in the same time, it's like do you got the feet? And I know that Devin's feet is going to be the major factor in this fight. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and if Devin does beat Regis, he's in line. People are talking, Tank's talking, saying, "Listen, man." I'm gonna fight Pitbull. And a lot of people don't really want to see the fight. I understand why the fight's happening. Um, do I think it's gonna sell as good as the first time? It possibly could. And the reason why I'll tell you guys this is that pay-per-view sales go like this. It's like the stock market, right? And it's like, he has performed at 1.2 sales with Ryan already, right? You can't just project that he's going back down to 300. He ain't gonna go back to 300. 300,000 is not where it's gonna be. He just hit 1.2, so the popularity has built. So you're gonna have to look at a number that is gonna be between 1.2 and 300. It could be 400. You know what I'm saying? But this is how pay-per-views go. You know, do I expect them to hit 8? Hell no. I don't think that they're going to hit 800. But it's critical because when you call yourself a pay-per-view star, you need the numbers to prove it. You can't just do it once. You got to do it. You have to have an average. That's why when we talk about the king of boxing, when people talk about the king of boxing, um people say Canelo because he has a resume, a track record of doing millions. He's done millions. He's done millions. But he also don't go back down to 300. He also don't go back down to 400. The last fight that he did that was not too good was 450 with John Ryder. So now he just beat Jamel. I think that went 750. You know what I'm saying? And my prediction was 800, 750. I was on that one too. So, so you have to understand that he has an average of hitting you know probably close to 650, 700 pay-per-view, 700,000 pay-per-view buys. We can't just go out here and say just because Tank did this one big pay-per-view one time that he's just a star. Now, with over time, will he be that guy because he does have the younger generation riding for him? Hell yeah. But I wouldn't call him pay-per-view king right now. I wouldn't call him a pay-per-view star. I will call him that he is a pay-per-view attraction. Gervonta Davis is a pay-per-view attraction. Do I think he's a pay-per-view star? I think he needs another star with him to have star numbers. You know what I'm saying? And if I could be wrong, but in the same time, with this Pitbull Cruz fight, I won't judge it too much because I know that Pitbull had a bad performance with Giovanni Cabrera, so I'm not gonna go too in depth of like, oh wow, like he just hit 400,000. He lost it. Nah, that's not how it goes. You need a partner. You need a good partner to get those numbers. So that's how I take that. Now, um, you know, Devin Haney. This is my big one. Is that when Devin says that he fight Tank at 140, my brother, just because if you do become victorious with Regis Prograis and you get the WBC, that doesn't mean that you could call the shots because you're in no place to catch the shots. Remember, you're undisputed at 135, right? So you're telling the media. This is the funny shit. I see shit. I see shit and I call it out. You'll fight Shakur at 135. I know Shakur will fight you at 40 too. Like he's already told me, he'll fight you at 40. But you want to fight Shakur at 35, which I don't know if that's in your favor. I think if you fight Shakur at 40, it makes more sense. But you want to guarantee fight Tank at 140. Like Tank really is in a lower weight class. So now you basically telling me if Tank doesn't take the fight at 140, you're not gonna do it, or you're gonna say, but would I rather you just be straight up? Honestly, I'd rather you just be 100 and say I can't make the weight no more. But I can't say you're saying that because you're saying that you're willing to fight Shakur at 135. I caught that. I caught that. So how do you run away from what you just said? You said a lot of different things, and that's the thing is like me. I'm just about keeping it real, man. And I just when it comes to me being a fight fan, um, I want to see you keep it real too. I think you gotta have morals, and you gotta stand by them. And do I think he's a good guy though? A gentleman? Some of his interviews, he sounds really cool. you know. But nevertheless, man, this is the fight game. This is what we go through. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Make sure you guys smash the like button, finger the like button. Do something to the like button that I would do or not do on the weekends. We need to get these likes up. We need to improve the visibility of the show. We already know I definitely appreciate each and every single one of my supporters that come and rock with your boy. This is Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media. Make sure you guys leave a comment after I post this. We're gonna be going on later on tonight. Be posting up some more. Check out my interview also with Zab Judah that I just posted up at 12, talking about who should Canelo fight next? Who does he believe the two biggest fights are? And the options are Canelo versus Benavidez, Canelo versus Terrence Crawford, Canelo versus Jamal Charlo, and Canelo with the rematch of Bivol at 68. So check out that interview as well. We also got some hot interviews. Um, Check out the one that I had with Mickey Bay last, and I'll be dropping like two more today, and then hopping on live later on tonight. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for stepping in. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Much love. Like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media.